Okay, I'll start with this. hope you can hear my voice.
Yes, Vanita.
Okay, then. I'll start with the prayer. Palms together, close your eyes. Seek the blessing from the God, Goddess, and all your gurus. Once you feel you are done, slowly open your eyes. Okay, well, we are going to finish with the Babas 11 and 12, and followed by, if we find a time, we can move ahead with the first Graha Sun. Okay, let's move with today's trip. We'll finish with the revision part very, very quickly. Then we'll move on to our today's class. Okay, let's see about our today's chart. This is the daily planetary position. Today's chart, August 11. Understand about the planets and what were the position. Give me 1 second. Give me one. Sorry for that. Okay, let's see about the planets in the various positions. First, we see the Chandra in the Tula Rasi, and yearly planets Rahu in Meena, Ketu and Kanni, Surya and Kadaka Rasi, Mangal and the Guru in the Rishabha, Sani in the Kumbha Rasi. So once you understand that, every time see the daily planetary position. Mainly concentrate on the Chandra first, then follow with your yearly planets. Then go with the Panchang. Today, Tithi is the Sashti up to 8:14 a.m. This is about the India timing. If you are in a different parts of the world, see the Panchang according to your world, time of zone. And after that, the Saptami will start. Nakshatra is the Chitra, and Swati after that. Yoga, Shubha, Shukla, Karana is the Taitlai, then followed by the Garaja. In Tamil, we call it as a Karasai. When the in the Sanskrit, they mention it as the Karaja. And the Vanisai, Vanaja. So one, it starts with the Taitlai and then continue with the Garaja. Ravivara, obviously, it is a Sunday. It's a Ravivara. Paksha is a Sukla Paksha. Importantly, this is this is towards the full moon. Towards the full moon. Okay, let's move into.
Vanita, I have a question. I think what you are showing here, the times, it's probably Singapore time or wherever you are, 2.5 hours ahead of India time.
I'm in India. So this is the Indian time.
No, but it's not. Actually, it is 2.5 hour ahead in the times. Saitila and Karaja doesn't start.
Chart, I guess. I believe so. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
Singapore chart, actually, yeah.
Yeah, correct. It's a Singapore chart. Okay.
Because
It's
today is
close to
Saptami
5
here.
o'clock now there, yeah.
And today is
that's
Saptami,
awesome.
actually. In India, it is Saptami today. At sunrise, it's Saptami.
Okay, then my mistake then. Then see, it is your time zone. So the intention here is how you can read your Punjab. Maybe I'm totally wrong because I'm still using the Singapore chart. Okay, moving into the next one.
What time should we make this chart? What time should we see our daily? Like what time in the morning?
Whenever you find them. Okay.
No, but what time should we make the chart? Like after 12 midnight?
Okay, wait a second. With the daily planetary position, this one.
Yes, yes, to see our daily planet, to position, we should make it like after 12 in the night, anytime.
Okay, don't make it as too much hectic for you. Make it as a very easy process. Whenever you open your laptop, whenever you use your mobile, use that time frame to see this one.
Okay.
Or else, if you want to make it as a daily practice, whenever you make it as a timing for that and see the day of planetary position. Intention here is very simple. Where is the Chandra? Where is the yearly planet in the 12 zodiac signs? That's it. Don't make it as a complicated process, because once you make it the complicated process, you won't do it.
Okay.
And the Panchang you have to see every day. Regardless of wherever you are living in the world, see the Panchang regularly. Even if you didn't understand all, never mind, just to see the words.
Okay.
And sometimes when sorry.
No, nothing. Thank you.
So whenever you pronounce the word again and again, that kind of an energy will come to you. Depends on all the words are the beautiful one. When you see the Tidhi name, when you see the Karana, when you see the yoga, so the wonderful name. So that kind of the energy you also accumulate in your body. And particularly when you born on particular Karana, and that Karana energy will help you when you recite the word 1 or 3 times. But don't make it as so complicated. Make it very simple. Just like how you brush your teeth, how you're washing,
Yes,
how you're taking a bath, just like that. Make it as a very easy process.
Okay.
Okay, then moving into Kalapurusha chart. Stare at this at least for 30 seconds. Okay, your time starts now. Okay, a few more seconds. Okay. Let's quickly revise about all the 10 houses very quickly. First house belongs to the self. It represents the individual, whoever the Jatakam, that individual characteristics, personal self life, their longevity, health, etc. When moving into the second house, the Dhanasthana represents your bank balance day to day, how much you are earning, how we can hold in your bank balance, your right eye, family, your speech, yearly education, and yearly age also. Then moving into the third house is the Bhratrasthana. This also represents your courage, relationship between your younger siblings, it may be a brother or the sister, how intelligent you are, your communication skills, and your creativity in the writing and short journeys, particularly defined in the third house. When moves on into a fourth house, it's the Matrusthana, it's the mother's kind of mother means mother, signifies your mother, property, combines domestic surroundings, particularly important, it represents your happiness. If oneself can find happiness in this lifetime, in this planet, where they can find the happiness, that exactly defined in the fourth house. The fifth house is the Putrasthana. It's also your progeny, your creativity, innovative skills, and it's your love affairs, intellectual status, your luck, everything will be defined in the fifth house. And moves on to your sixth house. It's very simple, Roga Rina Ripusthana. That means your disease, debts, and the enemies. It also represents your mother side relation, particularly maternal uncle and aunt relations, how your relationship helping you in your life, in this life. In the 11th house, the Jayasthana, it also represents your spouse, partnership, and the love marriage. All kind of the marital happiness. You can check this from the 7th house. Moving on into the 8th house is the Mrityusthana. It's once the disease is formed, how much will manifest in your body that will be defined in the 8th house, the disease, death, longevity, your mental pain also defined in the 8th house. What kind of obstacles you are going to face. Everything will be defined in the 8th house. Particularly if the person can able to research or foreign settlement. The foreign settlement can be combination of the different houses, but one of the houses is the 8th house also. If we can find out whether this person can able to research in any of the aspects in the life, that is also we can find in the 8th house. And every time remember the different parts of the body where every house was indicated. For example, 8th house indicating your pelvic uterus, and 7th house represents your reproductive organs, uterus and glands. So remember that body parts also, which house is indicating which body parts. 9th house, Bhagyasthana. Whatever the dharma you are performing in your life, or you performed in your life, you can able to perform in your life, and your father, foreign travel, your publicity and higher education, your learning, can able to write a books, what kind of the wisdom you can have in this lifetime, everything can be defined in the 9th house. In a simple word, all your fortune can be defined in the 9th house. 10th house is the karma sthana. This house indicating the profession, status in the life. If you want to see your job related stuff, go and see in the 6th house. If you want able to do a business, see in the 10th house, additionally with the 2 and the 11 and the 1. So this is also tells you what kind of, you can able to get the government favor or not. You can able to do a business, or you can able to command others, then have honor in this lifetime, what is your occupation, doctorates and etc. And importantly, this is also the knees, joints, bones, and the hair and the back. Okay, now that's all about our relation. Now quickly moving into our today's class. Okay, 11th house is the Labhasthana. Labhasthana means, in a simple one line, one word, it is a luck. What's your luck in this lifetime? What kind of the profitability you can achieve in this lifetime? Mainly, it also signifies how your day-to-day earnings will. Some people can able to earn in a million or crores in a day. Some people can able to make only 10 rupees or less than that, or some people can be earning 1,000. There is a various there are the various figures in the earnings, right? This 11th house define how much you can earn in a day-to-day earnings as well. It's also account for the accumulated wealth. You can able to accumulate wealth or not, or whatever the wealth which you are accumulated, it will be due, or it will be go away from you when the time passes. When the time passing, when the days are going on, your assets is also going away from you, or it will be for your entire lifetime. That is also you can find in the 11th house. Okay, let's coming into here, elder brother and sister. Okay, there is also one house we saw earlier. There is for the younger siblings. Which house it is?
Third house.
Third house. Okay. Third house for the younger siblings. 11th house is for the elder siblings. Okay. Now, this is the final fulfillment of desires. Every individual have their own desire in their life. In every aspect of their life, every phase of their life, everyone will have their desires in their lifetime. So, if they are able to fulfillment of the desires can be done in this life or not, that is also we can find in the 11th house. Body parts, particularly your legs, left ear, ankle, etc. Okay, let's coming into the one important thing about this 11th house. This also comes in one of the trikona. You remember that? Anyone? We saw the 4 different types of trikonas. One type of the trikona is the 11th house will come.
Karma trikona.
Karma trikona. 3. What is the other things?
7 and 11. 3, 7, 11. No?
3, 7, 11. Yes. 3, 7, 11. That defines the trikona. When you combine all these houses, that gives you one kind of interpretation that tells you whatever the luck you can achieve in this life. Okay, one important thing. Whenever you find the 11th house, you should not see only the 11th house. Combined with your lagna, if you want to see only the wealth accumulated in your lifetime, see the first house, see the second house, see the 11th house combinedly. Then you can say whatever the interpretation you have. So one more thing. In the Charastira Rasi, there is one type of the Rasi. 11th house is the Bhatakstha, which is the Charastira Upaya. Among these three type of the Rasis, 11th house is the Bhatakstana among these three type of Rasis. Which one it is? You remember the Chara Rasi, Stira Rasi, Upaya Rasi? Yes or no?
Upaya, right?
Yes,
What is a Upaya Rasi?
mutable.
Meena.
That is the corner rashis.
Meena.
Mithuna, Kanya,
Mithuna, Kanya, then Dhanus and Meena.
Okay, what are the Chara Rasi?
Mesha, Karka, Tuda, and Makara.
Okay. Okay, are you right? The Chara Rasi is for the, what is the Bhatakstana for a Chara Rasi? No one remembers? What is the Bhatakstana for the Chara? What is the Bhatakstana for the Stira? What is the
Chara is
Bhatakstana?
7th house, right?
Yeah, 7th house. Then, are you sure Chara is 7th house?
Could you recollect the revise the concept of Bhatakasthana?
Yeah,
Okay,
Vanita forgot. I don't remember. Can't
Okay, then
remember.
take it as a homework. Go and revise the lesson which we discussed about the Bhatakasthana, which we defined the three different type of the Rasis, and we also find out easily how you can find out the Charastira Upaya Bhatakasthana. Okay, let's come into the point. One thing here, which I have to tell you here is 11th house is the Bhatakasthana for one type of the Rasi. But for that, what you have to remember is whenever the Bhatakasthana, the 11th house becomes the Bhatakasthana for a particular lagna, it will give you whatever the things in your life, but it's also give you the same kind of the struggles and obstacles in your life. It will give you whatever it wants, but same time it will go against you also. The energy will force you into go out of your boundary, will push you out of your boundary. You will every oneself have to be comfortably happy, joyful in his own comfort zone. But when mostly which in my style of way of defining is the Bhatakasthana will push you out of the boundary. It breaks your comfort zone. It will leave oneself without any shell around them. So that's the 11th house. Okay, now here, when you move on into the 11th house is very much easy when if you want to find your luck, you want to find your fulfillment of the desires, go and find the 11th house. But whenever you see the 11th house combined with other houses also for the wealth 1 to 11, if you want to find about you can earn from your business, go with the 1, 2, 5, and the 7 if you are doing the partners, and the 11 and the 10 also. So you have to combine everything to find one answer. And if you want to understand, you can earn money from your job, go with the Lagna, second, the 6th, the 10th, and the 6th and the 11th. So you can understand, you can get money from your job. If you want to find a business, combined with the 10th house. Suppose you are doing a business alone, you don't need to don't go and see with the 7th house. But if you are doing the partnership business, definitely see the 7th house. Don't miss that when you want to see the business related wealth. Okay, let's moving into the 12th house. Okay, any doubts in the 11th? 11th is easy, right? I believe. Okay, let's move into the 12th house. 12th house is the Yayasthana. That means what kind of the expenditure you will, what it's significant, mainly signifies the expenditure only. It comes in various forms. You may have an expense in your because of the disease. You may have the expenditure in buying a land. You may have an expenditure in going to study in a foreign abroad, studying abroad, or you may be building a home in your own country or in a foreign country. Whatever it is, what any kind of the expenditure, it's defined in the 12th house, and it's also mainly defines what kind of the expenditure it will. You will do the expense for whom? For example, are you going to do all kind of most of your expenditure for your family, or most of your expenditure for your friends, or if it were a family, is that your brothers or sister or your mother or the father? What kind of the expenditure goes towards from your hand? Or you are a person, you give donating the money to the charity, or you have the secret enemies and pleasure of the bed also. And if you have a lawsuits, how much you are going to um, settle down with these lawsuits and the imprisonments if in the foreign land. Hospitalization also, if the expense, the hospitalization is also, it may be for you, or you can be do this kind of the hospitalization expense for your family, for your friends, or can be anybody related to you. Your sorrows is also defined in the 12th house, your debts also, lost goods also. Okay, importantly, it also comes in the trikona. This is also one more trikona which we saw. What is that? Moksha trikona. There is the two more houses will come for the moksha trikona, right? What are the other two houses? 159 is the Dharma Trikona, that is you, it defines you, yourself. And this house, the 12th house, is the Moksha Trikona. The other two houses are 4 and 8. 4 and 8 defines your Moksha Trikona. So it's also define your secrecy. The secrecy can be your disease, your secret disease. One may have one secret disease. One may have the secret enemies, that is also be defined. One may have the secret assets also. What is the meaning of secret assets? You may buy a number of the lands or a number of the assets, but not in your name. You buy from other names, like a binami kind of stuff. So that is also defining the 12th house. Some people may live their life without any identification. They want to disappear from the world. That is also defining the 12th house. You are going to be imprisonment in the foreign land. That is also be defining the 12th house. Your expense can be good or bad. That you can easily identify from what kind of the planets which is in the 12th house. If the more malefic planets in the 12th house, you will do the expense in the good or bad means you will struggle to give, you will struggle to provide that expense. If it is a benefic planets or sitting in the 12th house means you won't struggle, but you will lose the money or you will spend that expense without any effort. But if it was a malefic planet was there, you struggle a little bit at least, but you have to spend anyway. Okay. Then the most important questions will come is, okay, there is a moksha trikona is here, then it one can get the moksha can be defined in the 12th house or not. Okay, there were the various discussions about when it comes into the 12th house. One of my teachers told me this: if the Karanam was the Karasai, that means the Karaja. Additionally, the 12th house is the Ketu was there. Then if this combination was done, and you heard about this Gajamoksham, there was a story about the Gajamoksham also. Anybody heard about this story? Gajamoksham. Gaja means elephant head, elephant. Gaja is the elephant.
That crocodile catches the leg,
Yes,
that
yes,
story.
yes.
Okay,
That
okay.
story was there. Go ahead and read about this story. It was an interesting one that will give you a different insight when you read every time also. Every time, whenever you read, it will give you different insight. When I read about it the first time, I feel like, oh, this is a stupid story. Then second time when I read about it, oh, this is something it tells me. If it will give you a different insights. Okay, end of the story. Come back to the lesson. Gajamoksham, the one who born on the Karasai Karanam, additionally, 12th house is the Ketu, then the Gajamoksham is possible. But the moksham is possible only when the 12th house Ketu was there without any planets associated. Additionally, benefic planets or having an aspect without the malefic planet aspect. Then there is a high possibility for one who can get the moksha. But the moksham is nothing but your desires are already fulfilled. You leave this planet to move to the higher planet. That is their intention. Everybody was working towards that, knowingly or unknowingly. But the moksha will come when you have the awareness. If you feel like, okay, this desires or like kind of a maya, I don't want to be attached with it. When you have an unattached self in your mind, then the moksha will come towards you. It's not that easy step to move forward. But the people who have the Ketu in the 12th house, they have the capability, because the Ketu is like a kind of a planet, will give you tremendous wisdom. But at the same time, it will give you let go of anything. I don't want anything in the world. I don't want to this desire, that desire disturb me. I want, it was like, want to live like a sannyasi. I don't want anything. I want to let go of everything. The relationship, don't come near to me. I don't want you. Money, I don't want you. And if the wealth, the pride, everything will come. I don't want anything, and I want to be in a peaceful life. That kind of the mindset Ketu will have. That's why the moksha is coming towards this kind of the people who is having the 12th Ketu, but there are the additional conditions satisfied, and it's also be one's mind. The moksha is it's a fulfillment of desires. Particularly, we are living in a planet where the free will is highly processed. So if one is not desired enough, one is not ready enough to reach the moksha, even though if your horoscope was in that condition, you may not the moksha in this lifetime. Okay, any questions till now?
Vanita, so one question I'm asking, a general question. What I know, we have gone through all from first house to 12th house, correct? In each house, it has got different characters. The one, so let us take, for example, hypothetical here only. 12th here only. First house is significance of expenditure. Second is a secret enemies, like the swan, moksha, body. So how to know which significance which will occur in what bhukti? That we have to suppose you are given general all the characters. This such thing will happen. You told no, this will occur. But there are so many are there.
Okay, I will tell you one simple thing. Okay, whenever you want to know about your past, just see your horoscope. Okay, try not to compare against with anything. Just you want to see about your past in your lifetime, just see your horoscope. If you want to see your the present life of you, how is my life going to be? Then compare against with the Gocharam, the daily planetary position with your horoscope. Combine it together, then find a solution. Then if you may have an idea, no, I want to see my 5 years, next 5 years or next 10 years, then what you have to do, combine your horoscope along with the Dasha Buddhi, that is your deep Dasha Buddhi Anta, then compare against this. Then you will find the future of you. Okay, how my life will be in the next 5 years, how my life will be in the next 10 years. Then compare against with the Dasha Buddhi. Then you will have a conclusion, okay, my life will be in this. Then you may have the question, okay, now I understand how I can know my past, present, future. Then what I want to know. that is the things you have to come in to see the different houses. For example, if you want to see how my wealth will be, how my health will be, let's go with the wealth. Then see your lagna, see your second house. If you are doing a partnership business, see the 7th house. Then that if you are doing a business, go with the 10 and the 11. If you are in a job, 6 and 11. So combine it together and see. And also, this is not enough. When you are seeing the future, definitely you have to go with the Dasha Buddhi. Then see the Dasha Buddhi also. Combine it together, which planets will be at this next 5 years, next 7 years. What Dasha, what Buddhi, what Antar will happen. Then combine this interpretation with your horoscope. Find the future of you. Find because you have the different aspects in your life, right? Go with that houses particularly and find out an answer. If you want
So-
deep down, okay, then you find a thing like, no, I didn't find an answer. I want a deep down. Then go with the Navamsha chart if you want to know more about your spouse. If you want to know more about your profession, go with the 6th Vagra chart. So like that, go and find out if you want to deep dive into your life. I want to find out more about my life in the next 5 years, next 10 years. Then go deep into that. But if you want, I just want to understand how my life will be, then this is more than enough. Your horoscope, your DBA, combine it together, find an answer. That's more than enough. Does that answer your question?
Let us consider how is my future, my health is there, health condition. Then health and longevity is different, no, Vanita, madam?
Correct. Your health and longevity both are a little bit different. Your health is how you are going to live without the disease or not. How long you are going to live becomes your longevity. You maybe live with the disease for a number of years. That becomes your longevity also. But how healthy you are, that is also different.
No, how to know that how is my health for next 5 years? So which one I have to see how health condition? There are so many are there.
Okay, this is the good question. Okay, when you defined about the house, what you can see, where you can see. We discussed about this not less than 2 weeks. We discussed about this. When you
Yes.
define about your health, which house you can see?
6th house.
6th house. Rena Roga Ripu. You heard about this?
Yes.
Health house. So
Sixth
whenever you see about the 6th house, also you should not see alone. You have to see your lagna first. Lagna and the 6th house. And your Dasha Buddhi also, if you want to see the next year of your health. If you want to see your today's health, I mean the present day's health, definitely see the Gocharam. You won't get an answer without the Gocharam if you want to see the current situation. You may get an answer, but that not be that much it can't be correctly interpreted. But go with the daily planetary position, that means the Gocharam, if you want the current day position. That's why I ask you to see the Gocharam for the Chandra every year and write a journal about it also. You really amazed when you write a journal about the moon. Consider today moon is in the Tula Rasi, right? And who were the people who are having the Tula Lagna? Find out how is your mind will be, how is your mind stand this, or you can able to do it any work which is in front of you, or you are procrastinating, or how is your mind stand. You define everything and write a journal for the entire year. And for the next year, you know how to handle it. You don't need anybody. You don't need doctors. You don't need any kind of professions in your life. You be on your own. Because the entire journal will tell you what kind of the person you are, how you are handling the situation. It will give you a number of advice because you are an experienced person for the entire year. You are the experienced person. For the next year, you will be the master of your life. Try and tell me how is it for you. Okay,
I have another question, just another question. So let's say the Lord of the 11th house and the Lord of the 12th house is the same, like Makara and Kumbha. Shani is the Lord. So, Shani is supposed to be malefic. And Shani is also in the 12th house, which is Vyayasthana. How do you analyze this based on, because the lords of both the powers are the same, are Rashis.
Okay. 11th and the 12th is the sunny house. Where is the sunny?
In the 12th house.
In the 12th house. What is the aspect of it?
There is no aspect to Shani.
Okay, then that is good. Okay, there was also one more rule in the 12th house. If the 12th house planet aspected by the malefic planet, then that is not really good. But it is aspected by the benefic planet, it reduces the power. Suppose the graha, which is in the own house, like he said, it's in the own house, Kumbha Rasi, then Makara Rasi,
No,
it's own house.
yeah. The
Kumbha
Vyaya
Lagna,
is,
Makara Rasi.
yeah, the Lagna is Tula, Meena Lagna. So 11th and the 12th is Shani.
Okay, 12th is Sun. So okay.
Yeah.
When the planet was in the own house or in the exalted position, or the benefic planets was seen, then the inauspicious of that planet was reduced. But when the 12th house, the sunny was not there, it was not that much good. But when it will give you some kind of like how that it won't be want to attached with anybody. The sunny will give you that kind of the tendency in your mind. You don't want attached with anybody mainly. Sometimes if but for the scenario which you said, because it was not aspected by the malefic and it was in the own house, you may be flexible with others. But if the sunny was aspected by the malefic planets, these people won't adjust with anybody. And they have their own standard. They want to define that in any terms, they want to stand in their own terms only. They won't adjust, they won't be in a flexible state.
I'm flexible. That's not, it's mine. So I'm just trying to analyze.
How are you? Because
I'm very flexible. I'm very flexible.
because
I
you're
also detached. Yes, that's also true.
because these conditions will come because of the sunny was not in one house and is not aspected by the malefic planets. That's why you have the very good qualities of that aspect. But in case the different scenario will come, the whatever the good aspects of this one will be reversed. For example, if you have the Kanniras, consider it was in the in the Kanni Rasi, Sunny was there. Sunny is the 12th house. These people stand in their own position. They won't come out of whatever they say, whatever they do. They won't come out of that. They stay. Whatever I said, whatever I did was correct. That kind of the person. But they also detached. But they detached. They won't disturb others.
Basically, Tula Lagna.
Yeah, basically Tula Lagna. Exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank
Then
you for the explanation.
any other question?
Vanita, if Jupiter is there in the 12th house, but it is benefic only, right?
But 12th
But then
house.
there, 12th house,
Okay.
Jupiter.
Okay, when the Jupiter was in the 6th at 12, it's not a good sign. Because the
Dusthana.
auspicious, Dusthana, because the auspicious planet was reduced its energy, that is not a good for oneself. When the Guru was in the 12th house, means these people may have the less belief towards the God. They suspect the whatever the people said about the God and goddesses. Sometimes for the pride, they want to do something. They may have the good knowledge, but for the pride, they show off to the world. That may have the backfire them, but they won't mind. Okay, whatever it is, I want to show to the world, and I want to show I want to receive that kind of the pride in my life.
Vanita,
Sometimes
suppose-
the 12. Yeah.
But if
Tell me,
the
sir.
same Jupiter is retrograde, then what would be the effect there?
Whenever the planets was retrograde, right, the karma was too high. They carry the previous lifetime, their past lifetime. They carry the what do you say? Give me a second. Okay, when the planets was retrograde, it means it was like you were carrying the karma from the past life.
Okay.
That will be enhanced one.
Okay.
Retrograde means you were near to the earth.
You're near to the earth, you're saying.
Yeah, the energy level will be so high. Like how every retrograde planets will do the same thing. You carry the same kind of the karma which is in too much for you from the past life, you carry on to your current life. Wherever in whichever house it was in the retrograde planet, definitely you carry that karma to this life. If the retrograde planet, you can easily understand that.
Okay.
Maybe if the retrograde guru will be, you may miss the kind of teaching to others. You have this lifetime, you may be try to pursue that, or you may not. You may do it in a different ways. You may teach the teaching or showing the wisdom or spreading the wisdom in different ways. You will do that knowingly or unknowingly. You may feel like, no, I didn't do it, but when you see your activities, you may do it.
If Saturn is there in 12th house, Vanita. If Saturn is there in 12th house.
Yeah, that's what we discussed earlier, right? When the Saturn was in the 12th house, if it was malefic planet was aspecting the 12th house Saturn, it is really not good. These people are very stubborn in their nature. They will be detached from everybody. They don't want to be attached with anybody, even for their family, for their friends. They don't want to be attached. They want to detach from everybody in the world. They want to live alone. They find a peace when they are living alone.
I see. If Mars is there, Mars.
Okay, when the Mars was sitting in the 12th house, it's really not a good sign. Why? Because the Mars representing your courage, Mars representing your kind of energy which produces the courage also. If that is it is
Mars
going
means-
in the hidden sign, mostly you will get your marriage life may not be good. You will get every kind of conflict with your spouse. Even though you are a very kind person, but you will have a conflict with your life partners. You will have a conflict. Mars also represent the brothers. You will have a conflict with your brothers, and you may ended up in a court case. Some kind of the conflicts in the land will come. So the 12th house Mars is not good. But okay, remember this one. When I said 12th house Mars is not good, means it's a general one. But you have to see which house it was placed, what are the aspects, and is that in the own house? But the same thing which we said for the Sunny also, right? When the Saturn was in the own house, whatever the inauspicious will be reduced.
Okay, thank you.
If the Mars, which I said now, if it was in own house, if it was an exalted one, if it aspected by the benefic planet, the entire thing will be reversed.
Okay.
They have the wonderful friendship with their sibling brothers, wonderful relation with their spouse, and you may have the n number of the court case. Doesn't matter. You will definitely win. So this will be becomes in reverse order.
Okay. Thank you.
Vanita, one last clarification. What you meant was, if there is a retrograde, anyone is showing any of the planets in any of their charts, you mean to say they're carrying their karma, excess karma from the last.
Okay,
But if it is not there, that means they are not having any karma. What does that mean?
No, see, if you are not having karma, why we are taking place in this life, right?
That's what
I'm trying to say here was, the karma level, the intensity will be high. For example, if it was in a 1 to 10 scale, if it was a normal, consider it as a 5. But your karma level intensity is 10. Somewhat you have to be represent in your chart, right? That's become intensity of the karma you carry in this life will be retrograde.
Okay. But then each planet signifies something, or?
Yes, definitely. For example, if it is the retrograde Saturn, you feel you won't find a work-life balance in your previous life. You
work
feel like,
all
you feel like work is everything and I want to live my life for my work. And this lifetime, what you are trying to do, you try to find a work-life balance in your life. And if it is a retrograde Mercury, means these people were so intelligent and they want to be continuously speaking. But here they try to find out their balance. Everything whatever the planets which is retrograde, you have intensity of karma will be high. Here you are trying to find out this is the lifetime you try to find out the balance in your energy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay, that's it, right? Okay, well, moving into our next part of our lesson. Okay, this is about the 12 houses. Okay, remember this 12 houses all the time. What are the things which we have to remember? The Kala Purusha chart, you never forgot this. The Kala Purusha chart, it's in your ringing in your mind all the time. And the 12 houses, you no need to be remember all the things in the 12 houses, but at least you have to be remember the main things. Example, first house for the self, second house for the wealth, third house for the communication, fourth house for the mother. Like that, you have to be remember all the 12 houses. It should be in your mind all the time. Why we need to remember? Then only you can, whenever you see the horoscope in front of you. Here now, today we are going to see one horoscope. You have to find out whose horoscope is this. Okay, maybe I put the name. I shouldn't. If you learn from the previous, when you learn from at least 10-20 years back, when the online was not available, your teacher will give you this one as the first jadakam to see that. Except your own jadakam, the teacher definitely will give you 1% jadakam, at least ask you to see that. We will see that jadakam today. We'll stop the sharing of the screen. Moving into the next one. Okay. From now onwards, we are going to see the various planets in the different bhavas, like all the Navagrahas, when it was placed in all 12 houses, how it will behave in a detailed manner. Okay, today we'll start with the sun. Okay, here we go. Before we are entering into that, this is the one Jatakam. Every teacher will show you this one. Lord Rama's horoscope. You have, if some people's in, I don't know about the other part of the world, particularly in Tamil Nadu, they put this horoscope in their own altar itself. They pray to this horoscope every day because the people are here crazy about the Lord Rama. They do this. But if you see the Lord Rama's horoscope also, one may find the peaceful in their mind. It depends upon an individual, how crazy, how your devotion will be. But this is the one horoscope you have to see at least once. Okay, what is the homework here? Here you have to find out the, okay, we go into the drawing mode. Okay, now find out the Lagna of the Rama chart. Where is the Lagna?
Karka.
Karka Lagna. Okay, who is in it? Jupiter and the moon. Jupiter, what is the Jupiter is doing
Exalted.
here?
Jupiter is exalted.
Moon's own house.
Own
Okay,
house.
so Jupiter is exalted, moon is own house. Okay, now we have to see the sun. Okay, why we have to see the sun? Is there any order? No, because today we are going to study about the sun. That's why we have to see the sun. Sun is in which place?
Mesha.
Second house, Lord.
Exalted.
Exalted.
Sun is in which house?
10th.
10th house, Mesha.
10th house.
Mesh.
And that was also exalted,
Exalted.
correct? Okay,
Yes.
with that knowledge, we're moving into, okay, now we are going to take the screenshot of this Lord Rama. Anyway, we are going to give the PDF, but have this Lord Rama's horoscope and whatever if you find out. In the first house is the Karka Lagna. Jupiter and the moon was present in it, so Rama was like this. Define the Rama based on the Jupiter and the moon, because Jupiter was exalted, moon is in the own house. What are the aspect to the first house? Find out that. And the Jupiter was in a good place, moon was in the good place, because moon is in the own house. Then go to the second house, wealth. Sun is in exalted. Then how the wealth will be. Third house, communication. Mercury is in which house? 11th house.
11th house.
So how the communication of the Rama will be. Fourth house, this is the land, mother, everything. Saturn was here. Saturn was also, what the Saturn is doing here?
Exalted.
Exalt.
Exalted.
What the exalted Saturn will do. So write down all this thing. Fifth house, sixth house, 7, 8, 9, 10. So do the same thing till 12th house. Okay, here you have to see this. Ketu was in the
12th
12th.
house.
Now we have to find out the Ketu aspected by any malefic planet or
Rahu.
don't worry about the Rahu. Rahu and Ketu are the same only. The
Same. Okay.
tail and the head. Leave the Rahu, see the other planets. Okay, now this is your homework. Whenever you find the time, write down in your own words. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong because everybody knows about the Lord Rama's story. That's why this has become easy for you. Okay, whatever in your language, write it down.
No drishti, no aspects.
Okay, then we'll have a very quick discussion on the next week. Okay, now moving on into our today's class, that is about the sun. Okay, sun, we know about the other Sanskrit name, that is the Ravi or the Surya. Okay, quickly we know about the sun planet. We know sun was exalted in the Mesha, own house is a Simha, depleted in the Tula Rasi. And all this one, I hope you know, Moola Trikona was in the Simha Rasi, 0 to 20 degree. Gender is the male, and aspect is having only one aspect, that is the seventh aspect. Wherever it was the Surya Graha, it having only one aspect, that is the seventh one. Direction is an east. East is the best directions. Directional strength is the south. Malefic.
Can you zoom that, please? Can you zoom that?
Oh, okay. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then malefic is yes. Okay. Some people will say this is the fully malefic, but some people will say this is a borderline malefic because what I understood from here was sun will teach you like not like a strict father. It will hit on your head and teach you, okay, this is your lesson you have to learn from this life. It was not like a mother, pat on your shoulder and pamper you with all other things in the world to know the lesson in the world. But it's strict father. So that's why it was a borderline malefic. Malefic means the energy will be really, it will comes in a full force. It won't be mild. The strong energy will come into your life and it will teach you the lesson. And Adi Devata is the Agni and Pratyadi Devata is the Shiva. So when you may also heard about this, whenever there was the malefic sun in your, the depleted sun in your Jatakam, the one thing you have to do is chant Om Namah Shivaya or visit the Shiva temple. The element is the fire element, dosha is the pitta dosha. If you see the people who, maybe this is the coincidence or the playfulness of the elements. When the sun was in a good position in the chart, these people are at least fair. The pitta energy will be high. Okay, let's move on into the next one. Okay, now I reduce the zooming. Okay, why I need to color this one like this? Okay, for this was easy understanding. Okay, why I make the Rishabha, Tula, Kumbha and the Makara in a red color? Why? Any relevant, remember the sun. Sun and the Rishabha, Tula, sun and the Kumbha and Makara. In other words, sun and the Venus, sun and the Saturn.
Sun and Saturn are
Enemy.
Sun enemy to the Venus and the Saturn. Neutral to the Mercury. And other things are friends. Who are the other thing? Moon is the friend. Mars is the friend.
Mesha.
Guru is the friend. Mesha and Vrikshika is the Mars. Meena and the Dhanu is the Guru. So Guru.
And neuter is pink, is it?
Oh, Kanya and Mithuna is the Mercury, right? So this is the neutral. One house is the sun.
Yeah.
The same thing which we are going to represent here. Let's go with the nakshatra. The relationship we'll already discussed. Nakshatra is the Kritika, Uttra Palguni, Uttarashada. Dasha period is the 6 years. Okay, why we need to understand this, the sun nakshatra? Even though it is both basic, please go with the nakshatra name at least once, because the 27 nakshatras, when you are trying to remember all at once, it's a little bit tough at the time. But at least when you remember the sun's nakshatra is Kritika, Uttara Palguni, Uttarashada, then you can easily remember. Okay, let's coming into the sun in the first house. This is the interesting one. Sun, okay, first thing, before we understand the sun, what is the first house represent?
Oneself.
Self,
Self.
oneself.
Whatever the persona you have, the self, and whatever the innate personality you have. That is the main thing. The first house represent yourself. Okay, now we're moving into the sun. What does the sun represent? Leave about all these things. What is the sun represent? We understand
The soul.
The
Leader.
soul. Yeah.
Atmakaraka, father figure. Then
Ego.
ego. Then
Authority.
authority. Wonderful. Then sun is about daydreaming. Then
Government.
government, administration,
leader.
Any other thing?
Person is born at sunrise, around sunrise.
What is it?
The person is born around sunrise.
Born around sunrise. Okay. Okay. It's based on that we understand
Confidence also.
confidence also. Perfect. Okay. Based on that, sun in the first house. Now let's see.
And
when
also sometimes you said social leaders. They are like
yes,
that,
yes,
something.
true. These peoples are leaders. These peoples
Yeah.
are leaders in any ways. For example, they may be the national leader. They may be the village panchayat leader also, but they
Oh.
will lead the position. Even in if the sun was in a good state in your horoscope, if you see the people which they are homemakers also, they lead their home in a very, very passionate way. You can easily understand whether the home is led by the sun good position people or not. You can easily understand. When you enter into the home, the sun's energy, you can easily feel it. If the peoples are having a habit of feeling their other people's energy, you can easily understand. When you enter into the home, you can easily understand there is a sun energy people here. Okay, let's come in here. Let's come back to the lesson. When the sun is in the first house, consider now, let's see, consider, I'm giving an example, Mesha. Okay, the sun was present in. Now, first understand the sun represents the self, and we know the sun's characteristics also. Now, combined together. Now, this is the these peoples are confident people, very confident in nature. They're self-assured. They know what they want. They know what they want to do in their life. That they believe themselves first. Self-belief is one of the characteristic of the sun, and they self-motivated also. This is the person when the sun in the lagna. These people are the one. These are the people who starting everything. They don't want to stand behind. They know what they want to do. They don't have enough patience to stay there and wait for like Saturn. They want to wait and achieve the thing. These people are self-started. They don't want to wait for anybody. I know what I want to do, and I know what is my motivation. I know what is my destination. They go like that. And even though if they are self-motivated also, they have the clear vision. And importantly, the sun is the daydreamer. But because of the daydreaming also, they know what is the goal. They know what is the direction. They go exactly how, in a way, how to reach that goal. The strongness is the self-expression. If there was 100 people, millions of the people in the world, they know how to express themselves. Okay, now before we getting into one more examples, let's see how we can see that combine into whatever the things which we learned till now. Okay, now for example, first thing you have to see what is the first house is about. So first thing we have to know what is the first house. We already understand it representing the oneself. Then second, you have to remember what are the sun's characteristics. It comes in your mind. Okay. Then the third thing, you have to remember about the Kala Purusha chart. For example, if the sun was here, and this is my Lagna, consider the sun was here. In the Kalapurusha chart, what is the position of the sun here?
It's exalted, no? Yeah.
In the Kalapurusha chart also, it is in the first house, right?
First house, yes.
Because the Mesha Rasi, Mesha
Mesha
Lagna,
Rasi.
sun was in it. So in the Kalapurusha chart also, it is in the
It is first house.
Okay, now I'm going to give one more example. Consider my Lagna was Dhanu Lagna. In the Kalapurusha chart, what is the number of this Dhanu Rasi? 9.
9.
Okay, now one more example. Okay, let's go with Simha Lagna. Okay,
5.
what is the Kalapurusha?
5.
5. So first thing you have to remember, then once you remember the Kalapurusha chart number, remember that characteristics also. So from the Kalapurusha chart, it is the 5th. So what are the characteristic of the 5th house will be? It represents the progeny, your children, your creativity,
Children.
your love affairs, etc. But that is your Lagna in your Jatak. But for the Kalapurusha, that is the characteristics, that is the 5th house characteristics. Okay, then move on into a earth element. This is very important. When you understand the 5 element principle, you won't get confused in any ways. Okay, first thing. The fire element, movable in nature, and the male quality. So the both the things are, these people are strong, but even then they are flexible. They are very strong in nature. They are forceful in nature. The Mars is, if Mars house, when the sun and the Mars best friend or enemy, Mars and the sun.
Friends.
Friends.
Warrior and friends. Commander and
so
king.
commander in chief. Sun is the king, and it was sitting in the commander in chief. And sun and commander in chief, what they will do? The king and commander in chief, definitely they are friend to each other.
Yes.
And here the sun is exalted. Importantly, the sun is exalted. The sun's energy is good. Definitely, that is forever understanding. But here the sun, when you see about the Mesha Lagna, our first example, in the Mesha Lagna, sun was there. So this is about the 5 element principle. So it was a fire element, movable in nature, male energy, Mars is the owner, sun is exalted here. Kalapurusha chart, it was first in number. So once you understand all these things combined together, then you will find one solution. That is your, then you may see, this is my final interpretation. No, wait. At this point, this is your final interpretation. Okay. When you are moving forward, when you learned about the other aspects in your other things in the class, then we will add on top of it. But until now, whatever we understand, we know what is the Kalapurusha chart. We know what are the 5 elements in the Kalapurusha chart. Then we understand the every graha's characteristics. Now we also know what is the first house to 12th house represents. Then now we combining together, it's kind of a layer. Okay, then you will have a question. Okay, I understand everything. Then which one I have to put on the top? Okay, that's the best question. First thing, the house, it's going to represent what are you trying to derive from that? Which house it is? So you know the first house. Then you have to see is the graha present in it. First thing, even though you should not consider, you have to consider the owner, but the owner comes next. First, you have to see what are the grahas present in it. Once you understand the graha is the sun, so all the characteristics of the sun will come into your mind. Then you have to see who's the owner. Owner is the Mars. Then you have to see is the Mars and the sun or the friend or not. Is the Lagna is the Bhatakasthana, Marana Karakasthana, or it, you find out all of the stuff later. But at this point, find out the sun and the Mars, the owner or the friend or not. Then find out, remember the elements. It's the Agni, fire element, mobile, male. So once you have all this thing in your mind, then you will coming into the conclusion of this one. Confidence, self-assured person, you believe in yourself, you are self-motivating, you self-started, you are very, very strong in expression. Without you are seeing this point, you will tell you everything. This layering you will understand or no? Is that easy or tough?
Yeah, it is. First house is, it is.
What is that?
Yeah, it is for this. Yeah, as we go on, maybe we'll try to analyze.
Okay.
But Vanita, here will they be very, very angry and short-tempered because both are fiery elements, Agni, Sun and Mars. So
Definitely, these people are
they will
angry.
rush.
Okay, wait, there
for
was
it.
one more thing about the sun is kind of a knowledgeable in a different sense.
Okay.
Because of his leadership quality, even though he have an angry, because why the sun, exalted sun means what? You consume, the individual can consume the full energy of the sun. The sun can lead the person, even though if you are an angry, but you know how to handle the angry. You are a fire element. That fire gives you how to proceed from one stage to the another stage. These people know how to reach the milestone, even though they are fiery, but when the exalted sun was in the Mars, they know how to handle the people. Okay, let's have a situation like this. When a Mesh Lagna, Saturn was present in it. Saturn depleted
More
it.
ambitious, basically.
Yeah. These people are more ambitious. How the ambitiousness will come? Because of the fire energy. If your fire was not there in your body, your ambitions will be extinguished no matter what. Whatever you do in your life, it won't come. Because of the fire energy, and they have the motivation. The motivation only comes when the fire in your body works well. Okay, simple thing. If your fire was imbalanced in your body, you can't able to think very well also. But when the exalted sun was there, the fire was balanced. This is the balanced energy.
Okay.
But there is a possibility these people or get angry. But this angry, they know how to handle, they know how to lead the people. So that's why this angry is not a harmful to themselves also, for others also. But this situation will be different when the Mars was sitting in the Mesharas.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Then it is more anger there. That is more of
Because the
anger.
Mars was in a house.
It doesn't think.
When it was not expected by the benefic planet, these people have to be practiced more and more pranayama to control their angerness. It's their nature, because the fiery element will come out from, at least they want to saturate the fire energy one or the other way.
Okay. But does that mean like earth element and all fixed? But they are also very ambitious, right? Watery elements also, they are very ambitious.
Definitely. The ambitiousness will come, but there is a different quality in there, right? For example, if considered a situation, the earth element, these people are very, very steady in that. Their ambitious level is like kind of, once they decided, they won't move around. If there was an earth element people, they decide one thing, they want to achieve this one. If they are not achievable or not, they don't care. They want to achieve because they are very, very steady in nature. They move towards that. But consider the situation when the sun was, the fire element was there. These people will know how I can work around with this to achieve my goal. If I was not able to reach this in this way, how I can reach this place, and is there any other way was around? That way they can think around. But if the water element people, they are so flexible. Yeah. This is my goal and I want to reach this destination. I can flow through n number of ways.
Okay. All right.
So it was an air element. It was too difficult for them to become an ambitious if it was not auspicious planet was not respecting them. Because of their airy nature, their flow, if it is again a movable quality was added, they always in the middle. They don't want, they can't able to make a decision this way, they can't able to make a decision this way. Yeah, like that.
No.
But when you understand the earth 5 element, you will be really, really wonder. Okay, and compare against you or whoever the family members grab them and first see the horoscope, the people who know you very well. Then whenever you see the first house, second house, third house, you don't need to verify with them. You already know that, okay, the first house, second house, third house.
Yeah, maybe we should do more of it, will help us. Yeah.
We end the session here. Any questions? We'll continue from sun in the second house from the next week. Any questions?
Do you want an example for sun in first house?
Yes. Is that you having anyone?
Yes, I have one.
Yeah, please. That's an awesome one. Give me that. Give me a
So, but in water sign.
Never mind. Give me. We'll see.
Should I give you date of birth, time of birth, or
Yeah, okay. Let me open the Jagannath Pura then. Give me.
or if you allow screen sharing, I can share the screen.
Okay, I can do that. I stopped the sharing. Wait a second. Yeah, now we can, I guess.
Yeah, can I see it?
Yes. Wow. Ascendant is in Karka Rasi and the Mars and the Mercury was there. Ketu and the Venus is in the second house. Jupiter in the fourth. 8th is the Rahu. 9th is the Moon. 10th is the Saturn. 11 and 12 no. 11 is the Venus. Venus goes in the second house. Wow.
First.
Okay, wait a second. This is the wonderful for learning one more thing also. Okay, I'm changing my track here. When when there was an association between connection between the second and the 11th lord, the wealth for these people will be good, really great, because the second and the 11th. But when the Ketu was combined here, these peoples may not be attached with the wealth. They want to let go. Maybe but the wealth, there was a wonderful wealth combination here. 2 1 11. And who's this person?
That's my brother. So
How is his wealth situation? Because this
yeah,
is
yeah, he's quite good.
Yeah, the second and this is the best combination he happened. Second and the 11th house lord. You understand here, right? Okay, here we can. The second house is the sun, but here it was the Ketu and the Venus. The Venus was in the 11th house lord, but the 11th house lord was sitting in the second house. When this combination was there, definitely the money flow will be good. But when the combined grahas was the malefic planet, then it depends on that graha characteristic. Because most of the time when the Ketu was present along with any graha, it takes over that graha's characteristic also and ride over it. Then the Ketu performs well more than the other graha. Okay, let's come back to, we'll change the track again. We'll come back to see the sun as the best example. Sun as an ascendant, is in the moon. Moon is the owner. Here, 3 planets was there. Sun, Mars, and the Mercury. Let's see the degree. Sun is in the 6, Mercury is in the 23, Mars, where is the Mars? Oh, okay. Mars is in the 9 degree. So the Mercury leads the role here. Mercury. Okay, no one was combusted.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check. Sun means it will combust, no other than.
And who's combusted here?
Both of them.
Nobody is combusted.
No one is combusted.
Let me see here. 20,
Mars should be
20
combusted.
degrees the Mercury.
Technically, Mars should be combusted.
Mars and Mercury should be combusted.
9 and 5.
Vanita, what is PIK?
PIK is the Pitrustana.
Uh-huh.
Pitrukaraka, Pitrukaraka. Yeah.
Pitrukara.
Yeah. This is the
AMK, AK, both are Atmakaraka, right?
no, Amatya Karaka.
Amatya Karaka.
Amatya Karaka. What's the difference?
Atma Karaka means it defines your soul. Amatya Karaka it defines about your mother related stuff. If I'm not really wrong.
It's like a minister. Amatya is minister.
Okay. But now highest is Saturn here in this AK.
Yeah, Atma Karaka is the Saturn.
Yeah, but he's debilitated.
Debilitated? Yeah, it's in the Saturn. Saturn Mesha Rasi.
Yeah, it is in Mesha Rasi, yes.
Okay, regardless of debilitated or not, the higher degree planet is the higher degree planet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's coming into the ascendant first. Sun, Mars, and the Mercury, because now we didn't have an idea whether the Mars and the Mercury was combusted or not. Okay, let's consider a situation it was not combusted. Then we will consider a situation it is combusted. The Sun is an ascendant. Now derive the situation. Now here we are going to define a cell. Sun is an ascendant and Moon is the owner. Moon is in the 9th house. 9th house, which is in the Pisces. Moon is not enemy with anyone, so that's in a good house only.
Yeah,
And
Sun is in the good house. Mars also is in the good house only.
Mars is debilitated.
No, Mars is debilitated, right?
Debilitated, yeah.
Okay.
Mercury is in
Enemy
the
house.
Mercury is in
Mercury is
enemy house.
neuter, no, anyway.
no, neutral. Mercury sitting
Enemy
in the enemy's house.
Moon's house.
Moon is enemy.
Moon considered Mercury as a friend, but Mercury considered Moon as an enemy because
Yeah,
Mercury
Mercury.
Sun as his friend.
Yes.
Okay,
So how
then
should we take we should consider
now-
from Mercury side or Moon side? Mercury is sitting in Moon's place, so
now
it is that way.
we'll go in one by one phases. We'll consider only the Sun. Okay, leave about this Mars and Mercury now. We'll add on top of this. We now consider only the Sun. The Sun is in the Moon's house. Now define the situation. Sun and the Moon.
They are friends.
Sun and the Moon, they are friends, but how the person will? Because the Moon is also in a good position. It is in the Jupiter's house. So there was no malefic planet. Let me see. Okay, there was no malefic planet also, but Moon was in a good position. Now we defined this person. Considered only the Sun in the Moon. Don't worry about every other thing. Leave the Mars and the Mercury now. We'll add on after this. How we define this person? Sun is in the Mercury. Sorry, Sun is in the Moon house. Because we already know how once
The Sun's character. Yeah. He'll be dynamic at the same time nurturing maybe.
Like the person will be calm.
Because of the water element. Wonderful. Then
And then
They will have
he'll be handsome too because of Moon.
Moon,
because
yes.
that is wonderful. Yeah, handsome. Well, let's check with him whether he's handsome or not. Okay, then we combine it together and come back to him. Yeah. Any other thing?
Hey, I just gave this as an example for Sun in first house. So
But how he is? He's looking handsome or he?
yeah.
Okay, our first interpretation was correct. Handsome, and he's a calm person.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay, we'll find out why. Then what we
That's
said,
because of Kuja,
He'll be
right?
courageous too, I feel.
courageous because the Sun.
Because of Mars also is there, Sun
Mars
is
is
there. That's why I'm thinking.
So Mars is
Yeah.
debilitated, so his courage will be low, Vanita.
Yeah,
Correct.
definitely.
He won't
Courage.
be courageous, that courageous. But he would be a leader, probably, a good leader.
Yes,
Strength
yes.
in the, strength, inner strength will be there.
Okay, why this leader will come? Because the Sun is in the Moon, but the Mars is depleted. He may not have a courage, but the leadership in him will move forward. But the Sun was sitting in the water element. How is it possible? The Sun is confident, Mars is depleted, so the courage will be less. Both the things are sitting in a water element, the calmness will be there. But who's giving that kind of a knowledge to move forward?
Mercury?
Mercury?
Mercury may. How is his intelligent level? Let's check with him because we didn't know it.
Yeah, he's
Good.
quite wise.
How is his knowledge level? He's very well versed and he was intelligent and he tried to
Intelligent, is double master degree holder. So
what is it?
I said double master degree holder.
Oh, no wonder, because the Mercury was in the Lagna and the Sun is also present in it. Definitely these people will have. But how the Mars, because he may not have the courage to proceed further. How he did that?
Sorry? How? What was the question?
He managed to proceed forward in his life, right? How he proceed with the 2-degree. Okay, well, let me see about whether he is combusted the Mercury on the month. The kind of an assumption we are speaking, the Mercury was combusted. Looks like the Mercury is not combusted. Because if
Only
if
Mars is
17 degrees.
Mercury is not
combust
combusted,
here.
only Mars
Mercury
is
is not
combusted.
combust.
Mercury is higher, 23 there. It is
Yeah.
some of
Mercury is
Karaka.
17 degree
It
difference.
is,
17 degrees difference.
yeah.
yeah, because it looks like when the 2-degree was done, the Mercury combustion is not happened definitely. Sun, because the confidence was there, but the Mars depleted also, combusted also. But
Mars
definitely
is combusted, right?
Yeah, combustion.
Mars is depleted also, right?
Yeah, depleted, correct.
So that's why that kind of the courageousness may not come, but the Sun will lead him to do all this thing.
Yeah.
And his knowledge, which is acquired from various things, his knowledge will be definitely wide. But you'll have to find out how his wisdom will be. 1, 2, 3. Guru was in the 4th. Saturn. I was. Oh, that's a good one. No, wait. 5. 7 Saturn. The interesting thing about this is Jupiter was aspecting Saturn in 2 ways. Own house also, and the 7th aspect also. 3, 4, 5, aspecting the Rahu, correct? And the Saturn's house, and again 7th, 8, 9.
Saturn.
12th house also. What is that?
Jupiter is aspecting Mithuna here, so okay.
Yeah, 12th house also. But Jupiter was in the 4th. 4th is wisdom. His mother's relation was good, right?
Yes.
And he can able to acquire the property. Asset level is good. Definitely, he may acquire the asset, any form of an asset.
Yes.
He
True.
won't have any kind of a problem to acquire an asset. So some people will have, they may have the money, but they may not able to get a property. But this person may have a property as well without any problem. Some people may have the property, but have the number of document problems. He may not have the document problems. Correct?
Correct. Vanita,
Okay.
it's 3:53 already.
Okay. We'll finally finish with this one. The Sun, we concluded with the confidence energy level, and we have the Mercury was placed in it, so knowledge level is high. Mars is depleted, the courage level is low. But give me a second.
Sun in Cancer.
Bye. Well, okay, thank you. Okay. We'll finish the lesson here. We'll see you on the next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Vinita.
Thank you, Anita. Bye.